Okay, today is my first ever video with another human being. I think, kind of, yeah. Like, it's my first ever sit down one with someone else. But I'm starting this really incredible series on my channel called the Self-Love series. And I'm going to be interviewing 12, maybe even more. There could be more. I've asked a lot more than 12 people because I wanted to kind of keep my options open. You never know who's busy, who doesn't want to do it. Because my channel isn't like very big, stuff like that. But so today I'm going to be interviewing the amazing Saffron Knight. You might know her from Instagram, you might not yet, but now you do. So definitely follow her on all her socials. I'll put it down here. But she's coming over in a second and we're going to do an interview. I've made this series really personal to different people and the questions are quite intense, some of them. Some of them dive quite deep and yeah, I'm really looking forward to like getting to the nitty gritty of how we feel about self-love, how we as human beings and separate entities view self-love. Like, everyone has different opinions behind it. Mine is very different to someone else's, and it'd be nice to kind of encompass that and try and see how to make you guys at home feel a little bit better about yourself, appreciate yourself, love yourself, show yourself that love a little bit more. So this is episode number 1 of the self-love series and I'm so excited. I thought this is such a good idea. If you do know me, you know I do want to go into making documentaries and stuff, so I feel like this is a good way to start. I would love to interview people in future. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do today. So there's 12 different people, might be more, we never know. That will all have 8 different questions and everyone's going to have a different topic. So excited. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video, guys, and she'll be here soon and then we're going to start the video once you've like kind of settled in. We've been following each other for a while now, kind of know each other very well, had very similar experiences, so yeah, I'm so excited. Oh, I really hope you enjoy it. Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on the little notification bell, and yeah, I'll see you very soon with Saffron. So guys, this is Saffron.
Hi.
Do you want to introduce yourself? Say like what you do, all that type of stuff.
I'm Saffron. I am a semi-full-time model.
She's so good, like she's stunning. Do you have a dog?
Yeah. I'm 21 and I live like 40 minutes away from you, I think.
Yeah, but you've never been there.
This
is your first time in my house. But yeah, so today we're going to be interviewing Saffron and her topic is let's embody self-love, because obviously she's a model, she's all over Instagram, she's all over like, what are they called, like when you go in London you see all these things,
like posters and
yeah, all this type of thing. So she obviously is in a role where she's having to see herself all the time, she's having to see herself through the eyes of other people. So I thought it would be a good topic for Saffron. What are your biggest fears and how do you feel like you overcome them?
I feel like my main biggest fear is like always being alone.
Oh, that's so scary.
Like,
not just
like not being with someone, as in just like genuinely not having anybody
like
there.
your friends and your family.
Yeah, exactly. So I always like try and speak to as like many different people as possible, either on a daily or weekly basis. Just like checking with people I haven't spoken to in a while and just be like, how are you doing, this, that, the other. And then like if I'm on a shoot, I try and speak to as many people as possible because I feel like, you know, you have all these opportunities just to talk to people, why not?
Yeah.
I just don't want to be alone.
I remember I had my test shoot and I literally wanted to die. So all I did was talk, just out of nervousness. Like literally the whole time all I was doing was speaking. How do you think being a model has impacted your self-esteem?
It's definitely boosted my self-esteem I didn't think it would, but in a way that people have been like, oh, I really love your posing, you're a star, let's work together, and then it's made me feel good about myself because I'm being myself and people are loving it. So it's definitely had a lot of positives, but there have been some negatives where I've been like,
what's the negatives?
Like, oh, I don't like how I look, and then people are like, no, you look good, and I'm like,
oh.
Like, it does have its ups and downs, but it's mainly been very positive.
Yeah, we always see ourselves differently.
Yeah,
like, you know the whole thing about like symmetrical face and stuff. You don't see, like other people don't see it. Like I have a really unsymmetrical face and I'll always mention it. And everyone's like, no you don't, and I'm like, yes I do. But then they'll be like, oh I do, and I'm like, no you don't. Like you literally don't see it unless it's your own face, it's your own insecurity. Like, are you happy with what you're currently doing, or would you change some things if
I'm
you could?
very happy with, well, the one thing I would change is to not have COVID right now.
Yeah,
because like I feel like for everybody it was going so good this year, and then it just got to March and it was like, but I'm happy with what I'm doing. Very happy.
I think everyone kind of has to accept it in this current climate. There's not really much we can be doing. Like, you know, like before, like you can make career changes, you can
literally. Now it's like, okay.
Yeah, like be grateful for what you get.
Exactly.
Like, honestly.
Exactly. I think I accepted it like during lockdown. I was like, well, this is life now.
Yeah.
Like,
how was lockdown for you?
It was alright.
And your career?
It was alright. It was a pause, but I feel like it was much needed because like, it's a bit of a break, and then it got to like June and I was like, I've had enough now. Just like,
yeah, I know.
Come on.
I was enjoying the like break of like reading and like just watching movies, like having family time. Then it got to like June and I was like, borders are starting to open. Let's leave. Let's go. What effects do you think social media has had on your opinion of yourself and how you look at yourself? So on the inside and the outside.
It's made me like, there have been a lot of times where I've seen other people, obviously it's a lot to do with like angles and perspectives, but it's been like, oh, why doesn't my body look like that? Like I'm working out and it's like, why doesn't mine look like that? But then also like, I see so many, well I say so many, it is like a small percentage compared to what it actually is. Like so many young people either my age or like a couple years older who are like earning like 6 figures, they're doing this or the other, like I bought my first house, and it's like, I haven't done that, but you really have to keep it into perspective that that's a small percentage of people who get that opportunity, or a small percentage of people who do look like that, and then the rest of the time it's also the angles and sometimes a bit of Photoshop and lighting. So it's like I see it and then I'm like, that's not real life though. Like real life is like being broke for a bit.
Yeah, a lot of people struggle with that. Like, I feel like it's hard to even overcome that. Like even me now, I'm quite lucky because I have a different perspective on the way I see life. Like a lot of people are looking for a career and they're looking for a house, and like, and I couldn't, that's like just not, it used to be, but now it's just not where my head is at. Like I just want to live and have fun. Like I feel like this life is so short. I don't want to, will you stay there, bye there. I feel like I just don't want to put too much pressure on myself. Like the idea of having a house now, that this is what I don't want to look at, I'm like, well you can't leave now. You're stuck there. So that's my, like whenever I see people like accomplishing all these things, like loads of people graduated from my degree and got married, like got engaged, and I was like, oh, I can't even find a boyfriend. Like wow, like that's scary.
I want a man who's gonna stay longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I just want a man that will actually take me on a date and not ghost me afterwards. Like what's wrong with you? What was the reason?
Literally, I want a guy who's going to take me on a date and then 2 weeks later not be like, oh I'm not dating, and then is in a relationship with another girl 2 months later.
Oh, we've had such fun. So what are the things that you do to thank your body for what it does for you?
Oh, I have self-care days. I love self-care days.
Same.
They can either be like 5 days in a week or just 1 or 2 days a week, depending on like if I've had a good week or not. But I love to like give myself like longer showers and just being a bit more peaceful, like in water. I feel really connected when I'm in water, when it's a shower or like in the sea. I just feel a lot calm. What's your star sign? Aries.
Is that a, what is that? It's earth, water, or?
I think it's I know Taurus is earth. It might be I think it's either fire or water, I can't remember.
Wait, I'm gonna
look up, because
if it's water then that's why, because my housemate is really like into water and stuff. Like it calms her down that she always goes for a bath every time she's stressed, because, and she's a Cancer, so she's a water sign.
My brother's a Cancer. Or is he?
Fire.
So
you're supposed to be really feisty and stuff.
I can be feisty.
I know you can. Yeah, I know you can. I feel like I can too.
I love being in the shower, like having a bubble bath, or even like when I'm at the sea, I just like literally. The sea. Mine is just being on holiday and being in the sea, like just lying back, like at peace, like yes, this is where I need to be. I love it. Forever. Like, I'll do like a face mask and then just like loving myself but a bit more extra. And like putting in the extra love and self-care just to be like thank you. I'm also like giving my body more nutritious foods and having less cheat days, because as much as it's nice to have like, oh I have like some chocolate here and chocolate there, I feel like it's more rewarding when I have myself like a nice yogurt bowl or something, and then I'm like, okay.
See, my idea of my idea of self-love is like allowing myself to do these things, so it can be completely different for other people, because normally I'll be really healthy not this week, but literally this week, all I've had to take away every single day. Every single day. Stop. Delivery is my best friend at this
I feel
point.
like accepting it as well and not seeing it as a negative is definitely...
Yeah, like, I feel like sometimes you just need to live. Like,
yeah, of course.
I've had such a busy week, and that's just like, I couldn't be bothered to cook. Especially with him. Did you see how intense he is now? Like, literally, he's so needy. He's like a small baby. Like, constantly at me. You're very intrusive today. What would you tell your 16-year-old self if you could go back?
I say to myself that everything does work out. Like, everything...
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what plans you've made, everything's gonna fit in and fall into place. And that to look out for immediate family, like my mum and my brother, instead of worrying about friends and stuff.
Literally.
Friends always come, like, I always say friends are materialistic, like boyfriends and that and jobs and
boyfriends aren't even materialistic. Boyfriends are just
like all
men
that
are
is
just
materialistic, but family is literally key, and they're the ones who are always going to be there for you if you're having like a really dark moment. One of them is there for you, so to look out for family and for yourself and to not worry about the rest. Like, it's just, it will happen. It will happen.
Oh, I don't know. Where were you at when you were 16, if you don't mind saying?
I moved schools. And I went from Northamptonshire to Oxfordshire, so it's a whole new county.
That's so weird.
I didn't know anybody, so I was sighing again. I was like, oh. I had my sweet 16 with like a bunch of new people, and my mum like splurged out. Like, I had like this whole activities birthday, like went indoor skydiving and skiing and rock climbing, and then like I started to get like a bit of anxiety because of my GCSEs and all that, but it was an okay age. Ago. I know,
like literally so long ago. That's crazy. I was in like a proper long-term relationship. Like, ew, that's scary. That's so long ago. Ugh. I've been single for like nearly 3 years now, so like for me thinking about relationships, literally it's like, what was that? Like, what was that? That was so weird. But the boyfriend I had at the time was actually such a lovely boyfriend. He did like a treasure hunt for me when he went away, because he knows that I'm needy like the dog, and like, so he knew I'd miss him, so every day I had a new thing to find while he was away.
That's so cute.
I know.
More men like that.
I know.
Please.
Where did he go?
More men like that, please.
I know. We need plenty more. DMs are open. What Instagram accounts, you're allowed to check if you want to, would you suggest listening to and following, other than ours obviously? But like, so Instagram accounts, podcasts, any Netflix, any books, anything you'd recommend for like the people watching?
I would definitely recommend, like, I always come across these, like, especially on TikTok, like these cute small independent especially like vegan brands. I can't remember what this one is, but it's like a body lotion, like scrub brand, and they like come in little jars and they've got like swirls on top, and whenever I see their TikToks, like, they make me feel so calm, relaxed.
That's so
like,
random.
It's just people like in the bath and they're showing you how they use it, and I'm like, it makes me feel just at peace. So any kind of body positivity, like body brands, definitely. Like, I'm finding more, like, especially makeup and stuff, like I'm finding more, I'm more definitely going towards the idea of natural beauty, like natural skin. And I love seeing those, because it's like any type of skin, whether you've got acne skin or whether you've got textured skin or whether you've got like whatever it is, all skin is so beautiful. And I love when I see brands embracing those kinds of skins.
It's mad how like back in the day we'd see, I don't know, we're the same age, so we had very similar, like, because we all had the same upbringing in the UK. I swear everyone had the exact same. But I remember like being in school and having spots and having acne, because I had it really bad when I was young, and I remember just like, I didn't care about makeup, I didn't care what I looked like, it was just to cover these spots. Like, it wasn't like, oh, like, to let me show off my eyes or let me show off my lips. Like, it was like, let me cover these spots. It's so weird how like now it's changed, where it's like, oh, you could have a spot, like I've got a spot here, but let me just make my eyes look nice. And like, do you know what I mean? It's nice that we've done that and we're all embracing like our own. Are you joking? It's like we're all embracing our like natural features a lot more. I don't know about you, but I used to get massively bullied in school for having big lips. I used to get called fish lips, and like, yeah, literally, because now they're all getting filler, and the same people that bullied me are getting filler. literally. And it's just so like how the tables have turned, like, and it happens all the time. You see it all the time. Like, what about people you see on Twitter, like people talking about how they used to get bullied for having freckles,
now and then like freckles is a
fake
trend.
freckles, like that you just don't know when you are going to come in trend. And this is why I wanted to start this series, because we are constantly, as women and as men, like, as well, it's not just, and just every gender, before anyone comes with me, every gender is all included, the LGBTQ plus, there's so many more letters, but you're all included in this. We're all constantly being thrown advertising for how we should look, and it literally changes every month, every week. Like, there is no, like, one, like, I remember when I was young, I hated having like a bum. I would want skinnier legs, I'd want a thigh gap, I'd want, what else did I want, big boobs. I don't have that, and like, I'm not gonna have that. It's just it's not natural. And then now everyone wants big thighs, big bum, little waist. Like, you can't keep up with it. Like, my little sister, she's 15, she talks about getting rid of her hip dips. What the fuck is a hip dip? Everyone has hip dips. Like, why do you care?
Cute.
No, but everyone has them. Like, we naturally have them. So what do you want to do? Remove your what? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Isn't it like the more like athletic and like stronger you are on the legs?
Yeah, but the only way you can, well, in my opinion, just, I don't think it's natural to not have hip dips. The only time I've seen people have bodies that are naturally like that is the people that have got BBLs. So I'm not letting my 15-year-old sister get BBL, like,
honestly,
no way,
no.
like, no.
No.
And I mean, she doesn't want that either, she's very, very thin, but like, in general, I wanted, will you stop? No. I wanted to make this series for girls like my little sister, because I know you're very confident in yourself, and that's, I kind of wanted to ask people that do come across very confident in themselves. Like, I definitely do, if you look at my Instagram, but I have days where I'm just like, I don't want to get up, I don't want to leave the house. Like, I will literally just be in bed all day with a book. Really addicted to books at the moment. My bookshelf is ever growing, but I feel like a lot of people have those days and they don't really know how to get out of them. And the thing is, you don't have to. I feel like a lot of people is like, they'll look at it and be like, right, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, because I'm like that. Like, I'm a list person. I'm like, right, no, I've got to get this list done. Like, oh my god, didn't get anything done today, oh my god, just like torture myself. And I feel like we all as a society need to kind of think like, no, like, we can take a break. Like, we don't have to be these like Trojan horses, like constantly trying to like push ourselves to achieve things. Like, if we're not feeling good, we're not feeling good. Like, chill out, relax.
It's fine to have like days, sometimes like weeks, where you're just not feeling yourself. Like, there have been like the past like couple months, I've had moments where I've literally been going up and down like that, and I've recently been telling myself, like, if I wake up like after 12, like, that's fine. Like, there are going to be days where I wake up after 12, sometimes before 12, but it's fine. Like, if I don't want to get out of bed, like, that's fine. We shouldn't be so negative on ourselves for not continuously being on a high all the time. Like, it's perfectly fine to have your low days.
You wouldn't be able to continue your highs if you weren't having lows. Like, you need to recharge. Like, everyone needs to recharge. Like, I just think, nope, stop. Really, 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 you're too much, Spud.
Why?
Honestly, the thing is, he will literally lick your whole makeup off. Like, he's such a licker. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like this was a really nice, like, this is the first episode that I've filmed. I feel a lot better now that I've filmed it, and it would be nice to put it out there for all you guys, even though my dog's kind of ruined the vibe. But hopefully you still feel very chilled out. But I'm going to end it with the last one, encompassing your question: how do you feel you yourself embody self-love for yourself and others, and how would you like tell other people to as well?
I would that's a very deep question. How I embody it? I try and be as authentic to myself as possible. Like, if it's like the smallest things, like, what do I want to eat, not like, you know, being a bit selfish at times, but also thinking about like how, if I was somebody else, how would I come across towards them? I'd want to be, you know, caring and a bit bubbly and loving, this, that, the other. So I always make sure that I'm trying to be the best version of myself, even if I have bad days. but then also like when it comes to other people, I'll always like try and bring that message across towards them as well. Like, if you have your bad days, that's fine, you're still your good self. If you have your good days, you know, congratulate yourself for having those good days, and try and be as much you as possible. And I know it can be hard with social media because so many people want to be like this influencer or this celebrity, but like, you're supposed to be yourself.
Yeah, everyone's feeds look the same.
Exactly.
Like, everyone's feeds look the exact same. Like, everyone, like, I don't have a lot of followers, but like, I've got friends that have like 30k, and all my friends that have a lot of followers are very like, they just post whatever they want. I love that, because the idea, like, you see a lot of YouTubers and influencers, like I watch people like how I edit my photos, because I'm like, oh, I find that interesting, and they always mention they use this bloody app to like work out what they're going to post, because so it colour coordinates.
I hate that app so much.
That would, even thinking about that gives me anxiety. That would
freak
stress
me out. That would freak
so
me out.
much.
I love just being like, you know what, I'm going to post this.
Yeah, I like this picture.
Like, I like it. If it doesn't match, then that's your problem. I think it looks cute, because it's like a moment in time where you're like, I like this, so I'm going to post it. It shouldn't be like, oh, the lighting was like 90 degrees this way, so I can't post it with this one. I hate that. I hate that. One of my friends is like, I can't post this picture because it doesn't go with the other two, and I'm like,
oh, don't.
I'm like, I hear you, and like, I understand, but just post it. And then she's like, oh, but I can't post it, and I'm like, well, take more pictures then. She's like, oh, but I don't look nice. I'm like, like,
yeah, literally. Like, you see, so I love Sophia and Cinzia's videos, but I'm starting to get off them, like, even now with their Instagram. So their Instagram looks amazing now, like, it does, very aesthetically pleasing. But for example, so she'll wear like a green outfit, so the next day she'll post like a matcha, and it's just like, you're only doing that so it colour coordinates. And like, the worst one is then when they start using pictures from Pinterest. It's like, it's not even your picture, like, just why? Like I get you like the picture, but then start an aesthetic Instagram page, like, it's not even, I don't know, stuff like that just annoys me. Like, it's your social media, where are you? Where are you?
I definitely say like the time limit you can set on your phone for social media apps, the best thing ever.
Yeah, I have mine set for an hour for Instagram, and I break it every single day. Every single day. Then I'm like, stop. On Facebook I've got like 5 minutes, just because Facebook I can get in those deep holes. TikTok I've had to delete because I deleted that halfway through lockdown. I was like, I just can't, like, I'm spending way too much
5 minutes on TikTok is like 5 hours. I don't understand it. I'll wake up and like just briefly go through my socials, and I'll be like, I never get notifications on TikTok, so I have to go on the app to see what happened. And then it's like 45 minutes later, I'm like,
yeah. See, I would always look at it before bed just because it's funny, and then literally I'd be up at 4 a.m. and I'm like, I like to sleep because I like to get up early. I'm a morning person, so I'd be like, what the hell, like, this, I need to stop. It doesn't make any sense. Like, so that's not for me.
Conspiracy theory, TikTok takes time.
I saw a conspiracy, oh my god, my dog's hair came over. I saw a conspiracy theory recently about TikTok that was like, oh, what was it? It was on Flossie's YouTube channel. She was just bitching about it. I want to know what it was. I remember, but she was just, that was the thing. She was like, how are all these like TikTok songs and like random things that people have just made like randomly, how are they just circulating the whole world?
I know.
Like, that's actually so weird. Like, you and your granddad talking in the kitchen could be played in India and they could use the same sound. Is that not really weird? Like, that's so weird. And then also, how are they using all of your sounds? Because once it's gone viral, that's everywhere. Like, you've lost the rights to
I don't understand how, because like with Instagram I can understand it, like it goes to like your followers and then like their mutuals and then to like those who don't know. Like, I can understand that. TikTok I don't get.
End the video here just because we lost, well, I lost storage. Ow! And I don't want to like use any more because I've got a lot more interviews to come. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this interview with Saffron. Saffron, I hope you really enjoyed being here.
I enjoyed it.
We're going to have some Mexican food now and probably watch a chick flick because we don't want to go outside because it's hailstones and raining and we hate the cold. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the little notification bell.